Whenever a new gacha game comes out, I like to give it a week or so before I put out a video saying my first thoughts on the game. Now, Black Beacon has been out for about a week, so today we're going to go over everything that I love about the game, what my first thoughts are, and if I think that you should play the game too. Now, if you're new to the channel, hey, I'm Solteki. I've been playing gacha games for the last 4 or 5 years, so I would say that I had a bit of experience in the genre. Now, immediately, I just want to say Black Beacon has been a ton of fun. I think it has been a bit of a different experience. I've been playing with the isometric camera, given a sort of Diablo feel. Diablo 3 is one of my favorite video games of all time, so it's been very fun playing a gacha game in that sort of style. Now, if you're only here to know if you should play the game or not, I won't waste your time. You should play the game, you should try it out, it's a lot of fun. However, if you're looking to play a new gacha for the next couple of years, like you did with Genshin or are going to do with Wuthering, this isn't that game. Let's first start off with some positives. The wish system or retrieval is absolutely just the most generous gacha system in any game. For the limited banner, there is a 70-30 instead of a 50-50. The guarantee count is 70 instead of 90 like some other games. Every weapon banner is a 100% chance to get it, and only costs 50 summons to get the weapon. After 30 pulls, which you get immediately after doing the tutorial, you can pick any standard character that you want. The 4-star options are absolutely broken. Zero, or the main character, you get her C6, or in this it is called Potential. You get her max potential and you get her 5-star weapon completely for free. And she is the most broken character in the game in my opinion. If we look at her skill 2, she gives an account-wide attack boost, which at level 3 is 22%. If I click next, it goes up to 24.5. I think 30 might be the max, so yeah. Having a free character that gives a 30% attack boost, team-wide, is just pretty nuts. Apart from that, Ninsar, another completely free 4-star, is the best shielder in the game at the moment. Azzy, an absolutely insane debuffer. She's also a 4-star. And a quick shout out to Asti, who has the best heal in the game, even better than Logos. Now, where Logos is better, Logos heals, but also does a lot of damage, making her my choice for the Lychee team. Let's talk about Lychee. Lychee is a standard character who does more damage than Florence, the limited character. Now, I do quickly want to say Florence is absolutely amazing. Like, you know, it isn't like Lychee is miles beyond. However, I lost my Florence banner. I lost the 70-30, I know. And got a copy of Lychee. After trying him, I realized that I didn't even want Florence, and I have been pulling for his copies. Now, I made a video going in on why you should potentially C6 Lychee, even as a free-to-play. Which a lot of people have commented on saying, why would I do that? I don't like Lychee, which is insane, guys. If you don't like Lychee, then that video isn't for you. The number one thing when playing a gacha game is to play the characters that you like, and if you do like Lychee, I do believe that it's worth to P5 him at least. If you want to know more about that, please watch the video I uploaded yesterday. But apart from that, let's have a look at some gameplay. The energy system or clarity system is pretty nice. This game involves a sweep. The max is 240, which is pretty generous, but if at the end of the day you're about to log off and you still have some, you can just go to any of these resources, click the last one that you've completed, click sweep, and you can just get the account XP and materials from that without having to actually play the game. Now, this is great for players who don't want to play like a lot, who don't want to, you know, sweat every day. My biggest gripe with Genshin was the artifact domain system. You know, taking maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes to get 2 really bad artifacts was just a lot of waste of time and, like, you know, a lot of effort. I really like when games incorporate a sweep system. Let's talk about the actual combat. I think the combat is very nice, however, it does seem a bit jarring. The animations don't really blend together very well. Now, that is something else I wanted to talk about. It does not have a PC client. You have to play on the Google Play Games beta on your PC, which is a bit glitchy for a lot of people. Yeah, as you can see here, I really like the isometric view. I think that visually the game looks pretty good. I am playing on ultra high settings and you can still see that some textures aren't amazing, but as it is a mobile game, as it doesn't have a PC client, that's sort of to be expected, but I do think that that's a big downside of the game. You know, I have a pretty good PC, I want to be able to use it. Every gacha game that's coming out that is big and popular has a PC client on launch, and I know that this game was an indie development team. The team included ex-members of Kuro Games, you know, the people who made Punishing Grey Raven and Wuthering Waves. So they definitely had a lot of experience, and I know that maybe the budget wasn't there to have a PC client at launch. Personally, I'm not very educated on how much that would cost. But I do think that they're shooting themselves in the foot by not having one at launch. Honestly, I didn't want to make this video too long. My thoughts on the game are that it is extremely fun, however, I don't see it having that long of a life. I think that it'll probably fail financially too. They were way too generous with the early rewards that there isn't any point in topping up unless you're trying to C6 a character for a game that just came out, which would be a bit ridiculous even for the big whales. As someone who's only bought the battle pass, I can probably get Lychee to max constellation or max potential with his weapon up a few synchronizations too, probably in a week, even by not spending, by only getting the battle pass. And that isn't a good business model for this game. With a game like this, it's very rare that it'll last a couple months, if that. So to make it a financial success, they really need to bank on people spending money on the first few banners. With Lychee being such an incredible DPS and with being able to get so many copies of him completely for free, I really don't see this game making a lot of money. Now, what I do want to say is that I hope they really do a lot of advertisement when the game comes out on PC, when the PC client releases, because I believe they are working on it. I think that they could totally force themselves into a second sort of resurgence by releasing the PC client, which I would love. I'm really loving this game, but honestly, the marketing wasn't there. The only big content creators that I've saw play this game have been Gacha Smack and Vulcan, who were both sponsored to play the game. So as a final thought, I think that the potential is there, I think that the enjoyment is there, and I think that if you want a game to play on your phone for like an hour a day, then this is amazing. However, if you want to be part of a long-term, like, thriving community for a gacha, like Wuthering Waves, like Star Rail, like Genshin has, I don't see Black Beacon being able to do that. Now, if you disagree with me, please don't just dislike the video and click off. Leave a comment, let's have a discussion about it. I want to know what your thoughts are. I do want to quickly mention for anyone who's looking to play the game, there's a free 5-star weapon selector where you can pick any weapon for anyone, including the banner character, which is absolutely amazing. You get every single copy and her 5-star weapon for free, that's 0. We have another event that gives you a load of pulls and a costume for Florence, which is amazing. We get 80 extra energy a day from this event. There's obviously character trials. There's an outfit trial, a Seeking Traces daily login. Not only that, but there is the Vision expansion where every 10 or so levels you get a free temple on the standard banner. But yeah, I'm going to leave the video there. If you liked the video, a like and subscribe would be appreciated. And have a good day. See ya.